This last week was a really big one, given it kicked off with the PlayStation Experience and the Game Awards last weekend, but here's 5 of the biggest things that came up. Uncharted 4 had everybody impressed, and by everybody I mean me, when Drake's hair and clothes got wet during the PlayStation Experience gameplay demo. But it seems there was even more to be excited about. Naughty Dog held a panel at PlayStation Experience where a bunch of artists presented images and graphical demos showing the graphical upgrades to the sequel, which have been possible thanks to the power of the PS4. Nathan Drake is noticeably older and more realistic looking. You can check out the panel as well as Drake's vascular arms and insanely detailed profile on GameSpot. Street Fighter V was announced for PS4 and PC, and everybody went crazy, mostly because it's not coming to Xbox. As for the good news, the game will feature cross-platform multiplayer between PS4 and PC. The game, which has traditionally appeared on multiple platforms, is now console exclusive to Sony, due to a deal where the game will be produced in partnership with Sony. While Sony have followed up this news by saying they feel the game's natural home is on PlayStation, Microsoft have pledged to make amends for the game missing on their platform. In disappointing news, The Witcher 3 has been pushed back another 3 months from its original delay to May 19 of next year. It turns out the ambitious RPG is proving to be an awful lot of work, and CD Projekt Red have said they'd much rather use all this extra time to produce a polished game than a flawed one. While a bunch of other developers and publishers have opted to release broken games this year, CD Projekt Red has said, "We know what to do, we just have to do it. We don't want to release the game with bugs that undermine the gameplay." Another story that exploded with opinions this week was the news that Rise of the Tomb Raider is going to be published by Microsoft. We already knew the game was set to be exclusive to Xbox One, but Microsoft's role as publisher brings into question how and if the game will be ported to other systems. Square Enix released a statement on the news which reads, "Microsoft has always seen huge potential in Tomb Raider, and they will get behind this game with more support across development, marketing and retail than ever before, which we believe will be a step in continuing to build the Tomb Raider franchise as one of the biggest in gaming." In news of stupid people who are stupid, or perhaps just rich people who are rich, somebody bought a defective Amiibo for $25,000. A manufacturing issue has spawned a whole batch of Amiibos that just don't look quite right. And while most of us would just opt to buy the not broken one, apparently paying $13 for the busted version could have earned you $24,987 in profit. That math took me longer than I'd like to admit. Anyway, the factory-sealed legless Peach Amiibo in question was sold on eBay as a piece of junk and bought as a collectible. I guess it's like they say, one man's stupid broken Amiibo is another man's, well, it's still just a stupid broken Amiibo. As for your question of the day, let me know what was the most you've ever paid for cool game merch and what it was. This week on site, I cover off on games that feel like movies on The Gist. Lucy gives you everything you need to know about The Order, and we start rolling out our Game of the Year awards. Check out who won our mobile, reissue and 3DS categories right now on GameSpot. That is it from me this week. Thanks for sticking around. As always, have yourself a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you again on Monday.